And welcome back. Today on Pin 87 we've cooked up something real special for you. Okay, so what are the ground rules for this test? Well, heat gun on high, 2 inches away, 5 minutes. We'll see what happens. This is the setup for all the tests. They're all identical. We're not going to watch the whole 5 minutes here. In this video, what we're going to do is speed up, get to the results, show you the results, and there's an entire another video going to be linked in the description and a pinned comment. You can go watch the unedited 5 minutes. I mean, the whole thing's like an hour long. If you want to watch that, if you want to watch tape get destroyed for an hour, knock yourself out. So our first sample is the bare sample. And as you can tell, the insulation is 100% damaged. There's no doubt about that. I actually started melting the zip tie that was holding the thermocouple right into it. So obviously we've exceeded the 105C rating of this cable. We're not testing the cable so much, we're just testing the tape. The cable happens to be the medium in which we are testing the tape. Let's take a look at the first tape, just a generic PVC tape. You know, I don't think we're getting that off of there. This is pretty much the exact moment this tape failed, 288 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's check it out sped up. This stuff got absolutely annihilated. Remember, the point is to see when these things fail, not necessarily how long. 3M Super 33 tape. You know, I kind of expected a little more from this tape, but it is, you know, it is within its rating. That's bonded to the insulation. This tape yearns for the heat. And next we have the fuzzy Tesa tape. This stuff took a true beating, all the way up to 385 before it started breaching. Oh, what a mess. Not that this tape is for 400 degrees anyways. And more interesting than that, this fuzzy Tesa tape took 2 minutes and 28 seconds to even start to go bad. The Tesa PET tape, some kind of strange thing happened right here. Look how it's kind of like constricted the insulation, or maybe the insulation has gotten bigger, maybe a little bit of both. Here's the exact moment that all started. looks like it's imprinted the texture into the insulation. Next we have the Yong Lee, or hopefully I'm saying that correctly. I apologize if I'm not. It is a PET tape made in China, and well, honestly looks really good. This is pretty interesting. It held the temperature to about 414 degrees. I'll find the tail here. Right there. Wow. So this is something that none of the other ones have done. That was the outer layer. This is the layer that I put on that holds the thermocouple. Let me see if I can find the tail on that. So everywhere where these are taped, they have, you know, a little extra tape to hold the thermocoupler. That's still relatively one piece of tape. Cable's not as damaged as you would think. That's pretty darn good for PET. And next we have polyimide. You can see the insulation on the ends just oozing out. Held the temperature to about 431 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's see if I can find the end of this. Interesting. The tape survived just fine. This is not sticky at all, but the insulation has imprinted itself on the tape, showing that the tape definitely can outlast the cable. We have 3M 425 tape. Another survivor with a small piece. This one is quite sticky. Feels like the adhesive failed. Not completely, obviously it was so stuck. Held to about 403 degrees. Pretty amazing. And next we have a gold foil fiberglass kind of situation. It's not a very thick one, so should be interesting to see. It's not really a surprise that this is probably one of the better looking cables. The ends where they're exposed, pretty gnarly. But right here, not sticky. A little softer than normal. It's definitely, you know, compromised, but not as much as you would think. You can see how thin that is. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace!